We're going to show you how easy it is to do an Algonquin wash on a raw wood table. Simply mix half water, half Algonquin paint, apply it, and then wipe back, and you are done. Mixing your wash is super easy. It's a 1 part paint to 1 part water. And if you want it stronger, add more paint. If you want it thinner, add more water. So giving it a bit of a stir. There we go. Essentially, we are watering down the paint to give you a translucent stain. This is best applied on a porous surface such as this raw wood table. If it was previously painted with Fusion mineral paint, I would use the clear glaze and the Algonquin instead. There you go, we've got a 50-50. And, okay, I'm gonna be a little bit lazy. I'm just gonna pour it on and then even it out. It's going to absorb into the wood. You're going to let it sit there for a few minutes and then wipe back any excess. This is a soft pine, so a fair amount is absorbing. You don't have to be so particular about even absorbency because you're going to be oversaturating your first coat and then wiping back any excess. So this is a quick and easy way to stain your wood. This is a really easy way to get a paint wash, and you get a lot of coverage. We have found these legs on the side of the road, I kid you not. And then we went to the hardware store, grabbed these 3 pieces of pine, and we are gonna go for a restoration hardware look. That is why we're doing this paint wash initially. You do have a couple of options after. You can either, bleach it out by adding some stain finishing oil in the white, or you could do another wash even on top of that. So paint washes are super easy to do. And I'm just using Algonquin because we are looking for that restoration hardware look. And this is such an easy, economical way to do that. Love my 3-inch wide Stahlmeister brush here. It's great. You wouldn't want to do this project with a 1-inch brush. So now I'm going to, I've slapped it all over the place here. It's pretty even. I will get the rag and take off the excess. I'm just going to get the front of the table here. Make sure you got all your edges. We mixed quite a bit of water in with this, so it's not dried yet. You've got a long time to work with it. Now comes the part where we're going to wipe back. This is very important. You want to go in broad strokes, end to end, with a very consistent pressure. I'm just using a lint-free cloth. And a little bit of an excess here, so turning my cloth over so it can absorb more. I'm going to go back along here. I was quite liberal with it because I do want a fair amount to soak in. Again, turn your cloth over. You just want to try to keep it as consistent looking as possible. Hold on, I missed a little spot there. Don't be afraid to go over the same area again and again because once it's dried, it's going to be hard to do the removal of it. So, okay, end to end. Now this cloth, I can literally throw into a bucket of water and it can be laundered. I'll be able to use them again, right? You don't need to be wasteful. Have a new rag. It's picking up the grain of the wood quite nicely. Love it. So I'm just assessing the surface here. I feel there's a little bit too much paint, a little too deep here. So using my mister, just ever so slightly misting it, and then I'm going to wipe back. There we go. Again, you want to try to be as consistent and even as possible. We're going to have to wait a good day for this to dry because there's a lot of water right now in the wood, but I do need to add some more protection to it because we thinned out the Fusion mineral paint by half. That means half of the durability, which is still pretty good, but not good enough. I'm thinking about coming along with the stain and finishing oil in white to just kind of give it that kind of bleached out look, and it's going to be a great protection on top of this raw wood table. There are a few other options to use as a top coat for this particular table. Now we could use the really heavy durable gel stain and top coat, which is a urethane, and if you don't want to have any kind of color to it, pick the patina. Now it does have a bit of a yellowing effect, but in this case you've already got Algonquin and it's a wood table, so the yellowing effect is not an issue to worry about, but that gives you probably the most durable top coat. The second in line would be the tough coat. That's a water base, and you got matte or gloss, so you can play around with the sheens there. And then of course you can just use stain and finishing oil, which is a penetrating oil, and I would go with 2 coats, especially for a tabletop, using the natural, or again, my favorite, I think, would be the white. If you want to antique it, you could use one of the colors, such as cappuccino or ebony, and that will give you another layer of an antiquing look. So you could also use the hemp oil or the furniture wax, but that would be more of a table that's not used on a daily basis. We hope you've enjoyed our tutorial on how to do a paint wash. Let us know in the comments below what color you would use for your paint wash.